Hello, and welcome to Punch and Roll, an interactive tabletop role-playing live show featuring some of the best audiobook narrators working today. How is it interactive? Well, you guys in the chat can be a part of the story. So drop your story suggestions in the chat. If I can put it in there, I will, or I will save it for a future episode. Punch and Roll is sponsored by Audiobook Empire, which is a full-service audiobook production company. If you're a narrator, they have something special for you, so make sure you check out the show notes below. We are produced by PANA, Professional Audiobook Narrators Association. PANA provides support for new and established audiobook narrators while raising awareness in the public consciousness of the importance of human narrators in storytelling. Learn more about them at pronarrators.org. And now I believe Rachel is going to give us a quick recap of last session.
All right. Well, it started off really simple. We traveled through a distressed book, tasked with figuring out what was going wrong, and ended up in this strange world of horseless carriages and paperwork and little rectangular devices watching our every move. After a grand battle with some pedestrians, we stumbled upon Ginny the baker and discovered that she is about to be put out of business by the no-good corporate bakery next door. Naturally, we agree to help her and come up with the smashing idea for a baking competition in the park. A winner-takes-all battle for the hearts of sweet lovers everywhere. There's some highs and lows on our quest of preparation for tomorrow's bake sale. Some time spent destroying vehicles, including Ginny's no-good current boyfriend, Chad Goldteeth Franklin.
No regrets.
No regrets. Filing paperwork for the bake sale, shopping at a scary wizard tower with meatballs and tables, then shopping at the actual store and winning our groceries from a nasty Karen who tried to take Sticky down. And now, finally, we are back at the bakery. Ginny went home after a bad fight with Chad, but we picked up one stolen Peter from the bakery next door.
That's right. We did.
And that's where you guys are now. So, chat. No, why am I telling? Hi, chat. Players, please leave the chat. That's what I meant to say.
Yes, indeed.
3, 2, 1. Get out of there, guys. All right. Hi, Greg. I've been typing to everybody, but I don't have time to type, so I'll just say hello. All right. Now, where are we at? So everybody's back in the bakery. I believe Sticky has their contraband employee from the corporate bakery. You guys did a little bit of corporate sabotage too. And how are things looking over back at the bakery with Leslie and Yuza?
Did we come back? We did come back, didn't we?
Yeah, you guys have been there all along.
Preparing to bake.
Things are surprisingly quiet and peaceful, yes.
Okay. And Sticky, Gaelish, and what did we say the other guy's name was?
Peter.
Would you back with Peter? Peter, thank you. You guys have such good memories. That was just last week and I forgot.
I wouldn't have remembered if Yuza hadn't just said it.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Cool. So you guys walk back in with Peter. Peter kind of takes a look around. Oh, so this is what the competition looks like. Wow.
We are humble but full of heart.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll say humble.
Miles and miles of heart.
All right. Well, I'm here, I guess. Not sure why I'm here, but you're very, very persuasive, Sticky. So what do you guys want me to do?
Well, we have this whole list here. Let's get to it. We have cakes and cookies and breads, and we've got some things going, but we have many hours ahead of us. And Sticky will start, I suppose, doling out some tasks.
Yes, welcome, Peter. Just jump right in. There's plenty to do.
All righty. So for the most part, the evening is going well.
Yes.
Everything seems to be going smoothly. What did we give you guys a time for the bake-off? I don't think we did.
But if
Let's
we're being intelligent, 10 a.m. seems reasonable.
Oh, I was going to give you guys an earlier time.
No.
Oh.
No one will
Oh,
be
man.
awake at that time. We
All
want the
right, so
families.
10 o'clock. And let me see here. You guys do have a lot to bake. Let's just see. You guys are going to go till about 4 o'clock. Gives you about a 6-hour window in which to sleep.
Oh, lovely.
Sounds about reasonable.
Excellent.
Yeah?
That sounds
Are we just
really
sleeping
nice.
behind the counter?
Say again?
Yes.
I said, are we just sleeping behind the counter?
You're sleeping wherever you want in the bakery.
Well,
We
it's
can
so warm
we can
from
also
the
per-
oven.
We can also perhaps find opportunities to sleep in shifts.
Oh, yes.
Are you
Then
guys
we'll
going to
get
keep a
going
watch in the
out.
bakery?
Yes.
Some can sleep while others are working, and then vice versa.
Yes.
That sounds reasonable.
And then
Okay.
Peter is never left alone, which is also wise.
Yes, that's
Yes.
crucial, I think.
Okay, so what's the shift schedule? Who's taking first watch and who's sleeping when?
Who's the most damaged? I think they should sleep first.
Almost certainly Sticky.
Sticky.
I believe Sticky and Hughes are the most in trouble right now.
Yep.
Okay.
So maybe we'll sleep first. That makes sense too, because Sticky and Lazuli are the ones who are directing the rest of us, so they should split.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
We can sleep in the
Okay.
minivan. Too, the van that we took from the father.
Was it a van or what do they call the letters? SUV?
I think it's a van.
Was it a van?
It was a
I
van.
thought it was a van.
I thought it was
Yeah,
a mini.
it's a van.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who pictured a van as an SUV. Way to go.
So only Sticky is sleeping. The rest of the three of you are staying awake.
Well,
I think I'm sleeping too.
Yeah, I mean, I think
Okay.
we have some time. I think I will at least take a few hours to get things started and make sure everything's on the right track and going well before I go to crash, and then come back and help put the finishing touches on things later on.
Okay, so basically, who's awake first? Who's awake second? Since I guess you're
First.
going in
First
okay,
awake.
first, and then you guys are switching.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So first watch, you're doing fine. Are you guys in the bakery still, or did you sleep in the car?
Oh, no. Oh.
I think I will just lay out in the not in the kitchen but behind the counter.
Doesn't Jenny have an
If
office?
something goes wrong,
She does.
I can be summoned quickly.
So are you sleeping in the? Or I guess is Yusa sleeping in the office?
Sure.
You don't have to.
Under the deck.
Okay. Fair enough. Okay. Things are going well. Second watch. Second watch. Sticky, you were very hurt. You went through a long day. You
Right,
kind of
yes.
oversleep your watch a little bit,
Uh-oh.
and when you wake up, your other two companions have also conked out because it's been a long day, and Yuza's still in the office.
Oh,
And things are you smell a little bit of Bernie wafting.
Oh,
Waft! It took me
Lord.
forever how to say waft on the air.
I'm going to run into the kitchen to see what's going on.
You don't need a roll for that because there's smoke coming out of the ovens.
No.
Oh no! I open them up and pull things out that need to be pulled out, and poke the people who seem to have fallen asleep in the kitchen.
Wait. Okay, so you're just pulling things out? Do you want to take a bit of burn damage for that?
Oh, no, he used a thing.
Presume that included
Did you know?
grabbing a towel or whatever is available.
Fair enough. Okay. So as your friends are rousing and you hear Yuza back in the office sleeping under the desk go, ow! She was sleeping under the desk, hit her head as she woke up.
Tracks.
What were you guys baking? Like cookies or something at the point? Cakes? Pick something.
Cookies. Those burn
Well,
quickly.
They were Lord Uber pie cakes. Cookies.
Oh, ooh, Lord might not be happy about that.
Here I was trying to be clever. You're going to punish me for it.
You have burned the offering to Lord Uber. This is not good.
It was the third batch.
But I understand that burnt offerings are a thing with many gods. Perhaps Lord Ubu will not be too
Oh,
upset.
well said, Sticky. Yes, yes. 'Twas intentional, one might say.
You guys still have half a night, and you still have at least a third to half of the baking to go.
Well, let's roll up our sleeves and get to it.
Yes.
All right.
And also, Peter's in the corner sleeping because he also kind of fell asleep with all y'all.
Well, I don't want to treat him too harshly. Perhaps we'll salvage what we can salvage and put a plan back together, and then gently rouse Peter to join us.
That sounds reasonable, Sticky. Good leadership.
And meanwhile, Lazuli and Gaelish can go get some rest of their own.
Well, that is compassionate. Do you need a sound effect? I don't know where we're going here.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
Look, I'm not allowed to
Okay.
do those in books.
So the rest of the night passes uneventfully. You have the majority of what you were trying to bake, minus a couple dozen that got burned. Peter just sort of slept the rest of the shift in the corner. He probably looks the most well-rested of all of you, honestly. Anything you guys want to do before you head out to the park?
Well, yes, I think actually, because I did promise Peter that I would do this. Well, I should ask, I suppose, have we gotten our rest? Because this
Yes,
depends
did
on
we get
whether-
long rest?
Yes.
Long rest is what, 12 hours?
No,
At
There's-
least
8, I think.
I think it's 8, but it can include light activities.
8 as long as you've slept for 6.
You guys definitely got at least 6.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
yes.
Well, doesn't that feel better? Ha
Oh.
Sure, why not?
Oh,
Why
thank
not?
you.
Especially since I know Sticky nearly died in the last episode. So
What do you mean nearly? Yes. All right. Well, since I have rested now, I can recover this because I had promised him to show him how I made that delightful treat that won him over. So once he's woken and I've rested, I shall sit down and I shall make a number of my special treats. I'll get the little nut rolled ganaches and little, I think a couple of sort of little tiny lemon bar bites, and I will walk him through it, so he learns the secret recipe.
Lazuli
Ooh, so-
also watches out of professional curiosity and respect.
So Peter's very fascinated by this. He wasn't getting paid enough to necessarily steal your secrets, but you sort of sense with the right amount of persuasion from the other side, he might
Well,
sell your.
there is no secret to recipe other than the skill and the heart of the chef. I do not mind spreading the knowledge that I have learned from others and that I am now happy to pass on. I do not believe that anything should be hoarded. My knowledge is meant to be shared and passed on, as is my food.
Hey man, that's really cool of you. Awesome. Well, then I'm gonna tell everybody about this because this is good stuff.
You're very welcome. You're very welcome. I mean, he's no different than someone, publishing a cook scroll or something like that.
Cook scroll?
Use recipes on a scroll that you can read.
That's weird, man.
Well, I mean, you can also do a codex, but those are more expensive.
Code X?
Yes, codex.
Is that like SpaceX or something, or like?
Like here, the joy of baking here. This codex, yes.
Oh yeah, we just call it like a cookbook, man.
Ah, that I see. That is simpler.
Yeah. So, like, do you need me for your guys' bake-off in the morning, or like,
Well,
can I just go home?
That is completely up to you. I wouldn't want you to ruin your relationships with your previous employer by showing up. I hope that though that when you consider your employment and you consider your professional pathway, that you think about aligning yourself with people like us, like Jenny, who believe that nourishment is meant to be shared, not, hoarded for profit.
Wait, so I thought you were like trying to close my employer down.
Well, I mean, ideally, yes.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna tag along. I want to see this.
Great.
Anything else you guys want to do before you head out to the park?
No, other than, we'll get everything wrapped up for shipment as best we can.
Indeed, and into the van.
Should we call Jenny and make sure she's okay after her night?
What a lovely, thoughtful idea, user. Yes. Do we know how? Her number is in her office on the wall, of course. God, yes. And there seems to be some sort of contraption that one might use. It's right next to that number, so I will try pressing the number.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
Roll for. There's not an electronics roll. Roll for like electronics use.
Use device or whatever.
I know,
Arcana?
right? I love that. Yes.
Lord, this won't go well, I am sure.
Any sufficiently advanced technology indistinguishable from magic.
That's a 6.
Exactly.
You press things. You hear on the other end. Emergency. How can I help you? What's your emergency at this address?
Oh dear, there was no emergency. I was attempting to reach someone in particular. Are you able to direct me to Ginny at 541-207-8892?
Ma'am, this is emergency line. We're not an operator. Sorry.
Oh.
Please don't waste our time. If you call again, we'll find you and your business. And they hang up.
Oh dear, oh dear. Does someone else want to try? I seem to have made a mess of it.
I like pressing buttons. I'll try.
These buttons, I believe. Try pressing these.
Got it. Okay.
All right. I would love
I'll
to
roll.
see you roll for it too.
Oh no. 10.
Not much better luck. You dial somebody's number. The person on the other line, he's like really sleepy. Like, yeah, hello.
Hey, is this Ginny?
No, who's Jenny? And you hear in the background, who is that? Oh my gosh, who's calling you at this hour of the morning? John, who is that?
John.
I don't know, babe. Like, there's just this random voice on the line. I don't
Hang
know.
up, Kalish,
John,
hang up.
oh my goodness.
But
If you get more-
Fine. Well, that didn't go so good. Anyone
No.
else want to try?
I guess I can try. I know some arcana things.
I hope you know more than I. Oh, that is much better.
Having watched both Lazuli and Galish do it, I think I have a good idea now of how quickly I need to hit the numbers.
Oh, that makes such sense.
And just then, Peter walks into the office and he's like, "Who are you guys trying to call so early in the morning?"
Well, isn't it like
Fred?
9:30?
Yeah, but like, if your office isn't even open, or are you trying to call the owner of the shop? Here,
Yes.
and he just like
Yes.
takes the phone
Yeah.
from Yuza and he dials the number,
I got
and you
it.
hear and you hear a voice on the other line. Hello, hello.
Yuza, you can talk to her.
I snatch
Hello?
it back from Peter. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hey,
Hello?
Ginny, we just
Everything's over
wanted
at
to...
my shop.
Yes, we got everything ready. We just wanted to make sure you were doing okay this morning.
Oh, I'm great. The Uber got me home just fine. I had a great rest. Yeah, how does it look at my shop?
Oh. How does it
Yes.
look at the shop?
There's minimal smoke damage.
Oh,
We've
smoke
got lots
damage.
of goodies.
Oh, okay, but what's this about smoke damage?
Oh, there.
Oh, it's all fine.
One batch.
It was a minor, and every baker has burned one tray. Yes, everyone knows, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, how about I'll just meet you guys at the park then? Are you able to
Yeah.
get there okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right, well, I'll meet you guys there. I'm so excited. Thank you for doing this.
You're very welcome.
And she hangs up the phone, so
And I
Free and
just
clear.
give it to Peter.
Peter's just like, thanks, and hangs it up. He's like, who even has these landlines anymore? Jeez, like, that's so weird.
People who like buttons.
Also, out of character, Peter, any business? No, just kidding. Millennial snob. Or is he Gen Z? Who am I supposed to insult right now? I always go with millennial because I am one.
I'm not sure, actually. I never gave him an age.
Let's
Pick
stick
which
with
generation you would like to insult.
millennial. It's safer. I am one.
All right. Are you guys all ready to go? Like,
Yes.
I can drive too if you want.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That would probably be safest.
Cool. Yeah, let's go.
Do,
So you guys
do
all
cars-
trundle into.
Let me ask you, have you set fire to many of these carriages?
You're not supposed to set fire to them. That's weird.
Well, supposed to and happens don't always be the same thing. They're not always the same.
You know, like, I heard about a series of car fires in the last couple days. Was that you guys?
No.
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 What are you talking about?
No.
Oh,
Nah.
okay.
We're only
Yeah,
responsible for
'cause-
the ones yesterday.
This is all hypothetical.
Sticky.
Yeah. Huh. Because the cops are like looking for him, but they have no leads.
No.
Yeah,
how
that sounds horrible.
sad.
Let's go.
Terrible idea.
I'm ready.
So you guys all trundle everything into the van. Peter's driving. Peter's fine. He knows how to drive, so we don't need to roll for that.
That's magical.
Praise Lord
All right.
Uber.
So when you get to the park, it's just beginning, to start waking up. People, there's just a few people out in the park, a little bit of people at the petting zoo and stuff like that. What do you guys want to do?
Set up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, do we have tables and chairs and stuff?
Oh, Ginny, thank you for bringing tables.
I don't think Ginny did. I believe a long time ago, didn't we talk to the park manager guy?
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
we did.
So you might need to talk to him again, huh?
Her.
Her.
Was it a
So
her or
let's
him?
go
I can't
find
It
remember.
was a
now.
her.
It's been so long.
And make
Was
sure
her.
that everything is ready for us to go.
Indeed.
I mean, we bribed her, so I think she was taking care of it for us.
Yes.
Indeed.
Do we see her anywhere around?
No.
We can go knock on her hut.
yes, we know where the hut is.
Mm-hmm. Let's head
Okay.
that way then.
I'll stay here with the baked goods to make sure all is well.
That is a good
Sounds
plan.
good.
And Peter will just stay with Lazuli, so easy peasy. All right, so the three of you head over to where the ranger lives on site. I assume you knock on the door.
Yes.
Ranger answers. Oh, hi, it's you guys again. Y'all set for today?
Yes,
Tables.
Oh, you didn't bring any?
No.
Okay, well, we do have some for rent. Chairs as well. Do you need also like tents and stuff? We have all of that to rent.
Sure.
absolutely.
Okay. How many do you need?
Uh,
How large are they?
They're pretty big. I'd say maybe a table's good for 10 people. So we can just add it onto the bill with the permit.
Okay.
Excellent.
How many do we want, guys? Like
4?
No, we don't know how many people are coming.
Even?
So are we getting? Are these display tables for our food, or are we setting up tables for guests to sit and eat? Is the question.
yes.
Yes. Also,
Yes,
do we
let's be
need to worry about tables and things for the other bakery, or should we just
Nope.
Let them do their own stuff.
okay?
Yes.
I would
Yes, so
think
we
that it's
should-
for like displaying,
we
like
should-
not so much that they're going to sit and eat the baked goods. Like they're more going to pick them up and walk around the park.
That makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Lazuli shouts from afar.
I'm just, if I'm just wondering, if the other bakery sets out tables and makes a hospitable spot for guests, and we do not, that might reflect poorly upon us. Let us outdo our competitors in hospitality.
True.
I vote for this. Okay.
You
So
have
yes,
swayed
Ranger
me.
Lady. We need both. We need all of the stuff for presentation, making it look nice, and also for people to sit like they're at a fancy cafe thingy with pinkies up and stuff like that. Okay, we need all that stuff. We need it for like I don't know, 50 people, 70 people. How many you guys think?
It's hard to say.
50
Let's do
seems
50. Yes.
reasonable.
50. That.
All right. Clean us out, and that'll be a very big bill when you get it. Who am I charging this to again?
Put it on the plastic thing, Sticky.
Oh yes, I have plastic.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, I'll just hold this card for the day if that's cool. And then,
That's fine with me.
Yeah. So, all right. Yeah, everything's in the back. Like, there's a shed in the back,
This episode not brought to you by Responsible Financial Planners.
I am terrified for the cliffhanger in the end is going to be, oh no, she's actually beyond broke.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gonna be
your
one of those
guys-
endings like at Home Alone. Kevin.
Your guy's dad is not fighting like a monster. It's going to be fighting like the collector guy.
Plot twist, it was Chad's card all along.
I love that.
Except you have Ginny's credit card. All right, so yes, everything is in the back.
Wait,
Tables,
didn't Sticky
chairs,
steal
tents.
Chad's wallet?
Yes.
Did you?
Yes.
During the Franklin
But I also
fight?
remember. I know Ginny gave you her card for business expenses, though. So
She did.
Yes,
Yes,
but,
he did.
It
but
did, and-
what if
and
in our
not?
dislike, we realized much better to charge it all to Chad?
I really wish I could justify that. I don't think Sticky understands what's happening at all. If he did, he absolutely would have done. But I don't think he really understands.
What if it were a mistake, Sticky?
Perhaps Sticky should roll an intelligence check.
Okay, sure.
I like how we are trying to justify by any means possible.
12. What does that mean?
That's the question of the day, isn't it? You know that these plastic things mean something, but you don't know enough to know whose is whose and what it means.
All
You
right.
just know having them is a good thing in this world, but you don't understand the nuances of having them.
Rescuing Ginny from debt will be a later day.
It's not our concern today. Let's set up for a bake-off.
After today, that she'll have so many customers. She'll be making money hand over fist.
All right. So I'm not, you know what? I'm not even going to bother making you guys do a strength check or whatever. We're just going to say you set it all up, everything's good. But across the way, you do see the rival bakery with, I forgot the name of the other handsome guy. Did we give him a name?
No.
I
I
can't
don't
remember.
recall, no.
Tall, dark, and handsome. I can't remember from that you guys ran into at the library.
I
Hey,
don't
Chad,
think
if you
we
guys
got
have a... Ooh, did we call him Sebastian? I feel like we called him I'm going to call him Sebastian. I like that
I
name.
remember a
It's very
joke about
romantic.
romance names, so let's.
All right.
He can be
That's-
Sebastian. So
Sebastian York's honor.
Yes.
That's why probably we had it in our head. Sebio, this is for you.
If you know, you know.
So yes, so Sebastian, who owns the rival bakery, his team is also setting up. They brought their own
Sebastian
chairs,
Fork.
tables.
I love it.
Wow. That took me a second.
Oh man, that was so great.
Christian
was so
Fork is
great.
so
Oh my
unbranded,
gosh.
it hurts.
I love it. We're
Sebfo.
gonna call his bakery Sebfo. Sebfo, yes. So the Sebfo bakery is setting up across the way. They have more resources, so
What have we
everything
done?
is a lot nicer than what you guys have. You guys have a very cute, simple setup. They have like this really elaborate, like, oh my gosh, like, is this like a 5-star wedding type deal? Setting
I
up
could
their
set
bakery
it on
stuff.
fire.
That might not be sportsmanlike, dear.
What are
Just
we here for?
keep it in mind for later.
I will respect the right to reserve that for later. I think that's a good
Yes.
plan. But let's start one merit and resort to other means as necessary.
There's
Okay.
And it's now about 10 o'clock. Ginny comes rushing in as the crowds all start coming in. She's like, oh my goodness, I am so sorry, you guys. I'm sorry I'm late. I couldn't get an Uber. I ended up taking a different ride share and they were running a
Oh.
little bit behind. So here I am. But oh my gosh, you guys, this looks so great. You must have been up all night doing this. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
for you, dear.
You guys are so sweet.
we have honored your
I think this will
recipes
be
and
a-
added a few of our own.
Yes.
Oh, great. Great. I think this will be a great bake sale and hopefully it'll get me out of debt and put my name on the map a little bit.
And how are we adjudicating the bake-off itself?
Oh, I don't know. I guess I mean, we could ask some people to be judges.
That sounds reasonable. Or we could have everyone vote.
Oh, that would work too. Yeah. How are we going to do that?
Well,
Boxes? Like voting boxes?
that's a great idea. Or, well, I wouldn't know about that, would I? No. Nope, can't figure out how to put that in game. No.
Well, let's see.
Oh, well, dear, I see you're holding that thing in your hand. Is there something there that people, since everyone seems to have one, is there
you mean
anything
my
that can be?
phone?
Yes, that. That thing, yes.
Well, I guess I mean, I don't know. Maybe we could have him vote on an app or something. I don't know. I didn't really think this one through.
That's a wonderful idea, dear. Can you make it happen? Because I cannot.
I don't know how to create an app on the fly, but I'm going to pretend that there is something in the App Store which will do this for us because
Perfect.
technology.
I love that choice, dear.
So we'll just tell everybody to text one number if they like my bakery and another number if they like Sebfo's bakery. Oh my goodness, is that their setup?
We have heart, dear, miles and miles of heart.
Mm-hmm.
Trust the quality of your goods, dear. They're not judging on looks, they're judging on heart.
Speaking of looks, I've actually never met the owner.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. He's very mysterious.
Well, he's very handsome, but he's sort of only handsome on the outside, if you know what I mean.
Well,
Oh.
let's get you introduced. It's only sport.
Yes, that does seem fair, Sticky. Good suggestion.
Oh, you know him?
Well,
Well, I'm going to stay back here while you go introduce yourself.
I don't think I should go either. Sticky, that's him over there. Could you do the honors? You have such a gracious way. And
Another preposterously handsome person over there. Yes, of course.
yes, thank you, dear.
Okay, well, sounds good. All right. So I assume just Sticky is going with Jenny, or is everybody else is hanging back?
And by hanging back, you mean exuberantly selling. Yes.
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 Okay, so while Ginny goes with Sticky, and we'll get to that in a minute, you see another familiar face coming up in the crowd. You would recognize that smile in the sunlight from a mile away.
Good God, it's Chad
Oh,
Goldteeth.
no.
Coming up in a refurbished Franklin that got fixed really quickly within 24 hours.
Don't make eye contact.
Oh no.
Car had a long rest.
So as Sticky takes Jenny away, and we'll follow Sticky in a minute, he approaches the bake sale and he's just like, what is all of this? And where's my girlfriend?
Oh, she is doing important business work. This is a bake sale in support of her. So how many cupcakes would you like to buy, Chad?
I don't need to buy her cupcakes. She could just give them to me. This is ridiculous.
Do you
Anyway,
support her or not, young man?
Of course I support her in her little whatever this is endeavors.
Actions speak louder than words, son.
You've got a lot of attitude for 10 in the morning. Did you get up on
Indeed,
the
I
wrong side
do.
of the bed?
Nope.
He smiles that debonair smile at you, Lazuli.
Oh, dash it all. Dash it all. Dash it all. Try to prove you are as good a person inside as you would appear to be on the outside.
Oh, honey. I mean, I don't need to prove anything. Like, the proof is all around me. And you can see like all the other girls are just like sighing over him. And, everyone's like, oh my gosh, like, he's got that kind of aura around him,
And yet
even
I
if he
am
is
unmoved.
kind of a jerk.
I am unmoved. I mean, my heart was moved, but my brain is not. Support your girlfriend. Young man, I have many years' experience of relationships, and you can tell how committed someone is by the way they support their significant other in life and work. So if you support her,
Okay.
show it, and if you don't, clear off.
Okay, Granny, before you get your panties in a twist, and he like reaches in his pocket and he's like, here you go. And it's a quarter, which I guess technically you wouldn't necessarily know the values, but you are seeing higher numbers coming through for the day. Hold that thought. We're going to follow Sticky and Ginny real quick while you're confronting Chad. Sticky, what's happening over where you're at?
Well,
I felt like a reporter there. And down to Sticky.
Well, Roshni, down here on the ground, I am leading Ginny through what I presume to be a gathering throng over to that. Excuse me. Yes, tall and handsome. Hello. I believe you are Mr. Fork. Yes.
Yes, I'm Sebastian.
Yes,
Fork.
pleasure to meet you. This is Ginny, the proprietor against whom you are competing today. Thought you might want to be introduced.
Oh, well, hello. And as they turn to look at each other, you kind of feel like a little bit of an electric fluttering in the air, even though technically they're trying to put each other out of business. You just kind of see them both light up. And Ginny's like, oh, hi. Hello. Sebastian, was it?
I think
and Sebastian's
this is
Ginny?
I think this is the perfect time for me to accidentally turn around and perhaps bump Sebastian in the back so that he stumbles forward and they make a sudden and inappropriate personal contact.
I feel like I should ask what the rating level is of this inappropriate contact.
Oh, no. It's the sort of like, bumping, and goodness, and no, you spilled your
PG
coffee. Yes, this is very PG sort of meet cute.
This is Disney meet cute. Okay. And they're just like, oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry about, I'm so clumsy. Oh my, and they're kind of doing that whole, oh no, it was me. Oh no, kind of thing. You can just feel the romantic flutterings rise in the air. And also all around you, you hear the crowd. Some people are eating Sebfo and some people are eating Ginny's Bakery. And you can kind of hear people talking about both places and their preferences and stuff. So there's more crowds coming in
cookies
at this point.
With those little silver things on Sebfo's display?
Let's roll for insight.
Sabotage that I performed last night.
Let's roll for insight.
All right.
The Lady Hamlet said sudden and inappropriate for the meet cute.
I'm distracted by the romantic flutterings. I have no idea what they're offering.
Most likely there is, but you have no clue. And it's still early in the game that no one's been affected by it yet.
Fair enough.
But we will have to remember that because I forgot that you did that.
That I'm glad I reminded.
Thank you. So they're kind of having this weird little meet cute, but also like that push pull of like, but you're also my rival, kind of thing. Anything else you want to do while you're here, Sticky?
Well, I will. I suppose I will sample our competitors' goods.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and just roll me a straight d20.
$17.
So as you bite into the cookie, you were wondering where the ball bearings were.
It would not be appropriate for me to announce this. I think instead what I will do, is just mention to someone in passing, these cookies are delicious, to try to steer people over towards them.
And you also notice that there's some really extra shiny, I forget what the word was, nonpareil or whatever, nonpareil, yes, on the cupcakes, shinier than normal. So, yes, it's quite possible. But people are taking your, actually, persuasion, please. Hi, Emmy.
9.
People think it's a little weird that you're talking with your mouth full. They can't quite understand what you're saying, but you do see a few people pick up, the baked goods that you were indicating.
Then my work here is done.
All right. Are you headed back to the other
Yes, yes. I think
Section?
I should head back to where our food is.
Okay. Keep in mind, Ginny isn't going back with you. She's still chatting it up with Sebfo.
Well,
So FYI.
I would like for his business to be destroyed, but I don't want. I have nothing against the man personally, and if I certainly think that that Ginny could use a better man in her life. So I'm not going to interfere.
Okay, fair enough. So now the group's all back together over at Ginny's table. You're manning Ginny's table. Peter's also there, kind of like, oh yeah, hey guys, I'm working for the other side right now. What's up? And things are going pretty well, except for Chad, who is having a confrontation with Lazuli. Like most, so the general consensus is a lot of people like what they're tasting. And you're also hearing murmurings at the other table where people are like, yeah, this is really like, I don't know, it's kind of crunchy, like from the other bakery. So the tide seems to be turning a little bit in Ginny's favor, but
Excellent.
Chad is also having this intense discussion that you walk back into.
All right.
He gave you a quarter, Lazuli.
Young man, that is unacceptable. Pony up or get out.
I gave you some money. You guys destroyed my car. Where is my girlfriend?
I will tell you when you support her.
This is just, I can't even. And he's like looking around the area, and it's very crowded. But he does
Great
see across.
Lazuli draws her great sword and points it at him.
I was going to say also that Yuza is going to slam her hands down, like on our side of the table where there aren't baked goods, and cast her thaumaturgy, which I can use to change my eyes, and I just want them to go jet black. I am going full creepy little girl staring at Chad.
Are you making a noise while you're doing it, or you're just silent? Because his back is to you. He's looking around.
I will just guttural growl.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So
Her sword as well. I feel like we're going to get his attention back on us.
Little
So-
bit.
just before he would potentially catch his actually theoretically ex-girlfriend, Ginny, over at the other table, he hears that weird sound coming from Yusa behind him, and he turns around, he's like, what the? And he sees Lazuli pointing her sword at him. And also a couple of the patrons nearby sort of are like, whoa, okay, yeah, we'll buy goods. Geez, like, oh my gosh, they kind of back off. They don't want to be a part of this,
Lazuli
and-
takes a moment and says, not you, dear. You're very welcome. To the others.
Intense, man, this bakery, gosh. But they're good cookies. Yeah, we like them.
We bake with passion.
Apparently so. We'll vote for you. It's cool. They're taking out their phones. They're like, we'll vote it 20 million times. It's fine. Yeah. Just don't hurt us, So, and Chad's just like, really, Granny? Really?
Really?
Even if I do this?
Lazuli's knees go weak, but her hands do not waver.
What are the rest of you doing? What are Sticky and Gaelish doing while she's threatening Chad?
Gaelish is preparing a minor illusion spell to make it look like Ginny is in the opposite direction that she actually is, to try and lead him away, but is waiting to see how things pan out. Words are hard.
Okay.
You said play and
Okay.
pan at the same time. That is a common narrator mistake.
It really is.
You are planing. And Sticky, what are you doing?
Well, I think if everyone else is concentrating on Chad, I should at least stay, working the table, as it were, and chatting with people who come up. But I'm going to keep one eye on this conflict with Chad, and if it turns violent, I shall run to the support of my friends.
I love it. You're just like, I'll just take the money. All right. So back
Because
to
the competition is still ongoing.
That's true. back to Lazuli, who's threatening Chad. And your knees went weak, but you are still holding your sword on him. And he's just like, really, we're going to do this?
We don't have to.
Okay, just tell me where my girlfriend is. I'd rather talk to her.
No.
Really, no.
I said what I meant, and I meant what I said. No.
You know, Chad, once there was a girl that I was sweet on, just as cute as a button, auburn hair, shining eyes, smile that could light up a room. And she was not the tallest of young women, but because I loved her, it didn't matter. I knew I could look into a crowd, and the crowd would disappear, and there she would be, as if in a light of her own. Because that is what happens when you love someone.
Yes.
So let me
Yes.
ask you, why can you not see her? There are but 40 or 50 people here. It should be a simple matter to know where she is. So why don't you?
Well, just tell Granny here not to stick me so I can go find her. Now, real quick question, Gaelish. Where did you put your illusion in relation to where the real
Opposite. Like if
Ginny
he's
is?
standing on one side and she's over here, it's over here.
Okay. So just like thinking
You
left.
didn't put it in the petting zoo where there might be some animal poop?
Lord Uber? Lord Uber? What an inspiration.
That is such an inspiration. Maybe I'll do
Doesn't
it
one
there.
of us still have inspiration?
You, I think.
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh, I don't know anymore.
Someone did, but I can't remember if it's me or Gaelish. I think it's Gaelish at this point.
I'm not sure. I remember I thought I used my inspiration to try and kill Sticky.
Right, but I thought you got it again.
I don't remember.
Either way, someone has inspiration somewhere.
I'm putting the illusion in the petting zoo.
Oh my word. Okay. Let's see here. And so as he's turning, and like let's say we'll just go left, right. If the real Ginny was on the left, he's starting his turn on the right towards the petting zoo, and he sees her over there, and he's like, Ginny, what are you doing over there? Whatever, Granny. He just kind of pushes you gently out of the way, and he stalks off towards the petting zoo. Meanwhile, coming from
and I sheathe my sword.
Coming from from the other direction, the real Ginny, along with, I'm going to just call him Subfo, comes walking along, and she's like telling him, like, oh yes, I would love for you to see what they came up with. They're very talented bakers, and it's very, modest, but they have so much heart and soul with what they do. And
Is she bringing
yeah,
Sebfo over to us?
she is. And
I'm
we're going to
hide
put
under
a
the
pin in.
table.
Okay, so Yuza's gonna hide, and we're gonna put a pin in it and take a quick break right here, while I also think about what happens next.
They have no idea where we're going.
I don't know either. It'll be fun. We'll go there together. And crazy enough, during this intermission, I'm actually in the hot seat today.
You are
chat,
in the hot seat.
Chat, if you guys have questions while Emily's asking me questions, I guess, Emily, if you want to get in the chat and you can see what they're asking.
Yeah, I need to be in the chat. Okay, let's
go for it. While Emily gets into the chat, you guys, okay, so we've been going on and on about Lord Uber. And so if you guys we're going to compile the Book of Uber, which is a bunch of sayings from the wise Lord Uber. So if you guys have any sayings that you think would be great for our cast to say, please send them to us at punchandroll@gmail.com. It's punchandroll@gmail.com. So send us the platitudes that you want from Lord Uber. And if you even say which character you want to say it, or we'll just pick. But that would be awesome. That's going to be our summer project. All right. Are you in there, Emily?
I'm here. Yeah, I am in the chat. All right, we've got a few questions coming in. I want to start with the most obvious one, which is, how did you get into audiobooks?
Oh my gosh, completely by accident. I decided to go full time into acting in January 2020, which
Perfect
was
timing.
stupid. Perfect timing. And then the
Nailed
world
it.
shut down. I had so much time on my hands, and I just started narrating, you know. I had already done a little bit of other voiceover, and so I was
Mhm.
trying this out, and the jobs kept coming. So I'm like, I'll just keep going through that door. So here we
What
are
did you
now.
do before narrating in VO?
Mostly character work. Yeah.
Oh wow, what kind of character work?
Yeah.
I'm genuinely curious now.
Yeah, my first role was in Swan Princess 10. I was one of the voices.
What?
So
Wait.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, Spencer asked, what is one role that you feel particularly proud of? Was it indeed Swan Princess 10?
That one I loved because I felt like I can do this. And I actually got to work with a director whose film I had seen when I was a kid,
Oh,
Richard Rich,
wow.
who directed Black Cauldron. So I was like, oh my gosh, like it's weird, like to work with somebody that you've seen their work before.
Yeah. Yeah.
I would say what I'm proud of is a video game that's coming out this summer. And I
Ooh.
can't go into more detail, but I'm very excited about that character.
That is awesome. See, and here I thought you were going to say J-Hope's solo album, but that's just me as a K-pop stan.
I'm proud of that one too. I think you're more proud of it for me.
I'm very proud of it for you, indeed. Yes, so
I'm impressed you remembered that one.
Hi, it's BTS related. Of course, I remembered. All right, so you got into audiobooks in the beginning of 2020 and just kept rolling with it. That is really so. What is your favorite style to narrate?
Oh, I love fantasy. So I love fantasy books, which I don't get to do as much as I'd like because I just do like general stuff, you know, general fiction. Yeah, I'd say anything fantasy, honestly.
Yeah. Do you have any favorite fantasy authors that you'd love to do their stuff?
Oh my gosh, Gail Carriger. I love her writing. It's all like steampunk and just really funny. Patricia C. Reedy, I love her books. Brandon Sanderson, I love his books. Like basically everybody on my shelf. So
It's amazing how we kind of curate the career we wish we had.
right?
Yes. Yeah. And then we slowly edge our way into it. Absolutely. All right. Do you have a favorite accent or character voice?
Oh gosh. Well, I'll break into Irish, but my husband makes fun of me because he thinks it doesn't sound Irish enough.
Which in an audiobook is perfect.
But I know, but he's like my coach on that, and he's like, "You sound like a leprechaun." I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm not native. You know, I'm just listening to you." But yeah, so that or I don't know. I tend to do like a lot of like, you know, sweet people or like little kids or something like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, usually higher pitch
Yeah, which
range.
is interesting because your voice is not naturally up there.
No, you know, I am a soprano, but I've gone into mezzo soprano ranges. I've gotten older, so it's actually more of a stretch to go that high.
Same here.
Sad to
I
say,
feel you.
as you get older. Yeah, yeah.
Very fun.
So
How did you, switching gears, how did you get into D&D? What was your, sort of first introduction to this lit RPG land in which we are?
That's true. Yeah. So I did not get into D&D until actually a few years ago, right around the pandemic. I'd heard about it for years. It was like freaking Fight Club. Like everybody would play and they'd be like, we play, but you can't come in because our table's full. And like, that was it growing up. And I'm like,
What?
but I want to play. No, you can't. You don't know how to play. Someone actually even used my name for one of their D&D characters. And I'm like, you're going to like take my name, but not invite me. I was so mad. So like it went on like that for like years and years. And then I was supposed to do a D&D podcast right before the pandemic. And because of the pandemic, the podcast never happened. But I got into it online and I met friends online to play with. And then I just kept going like in that direction. But yeah, it's Fight Club, man. D&D is like Fight Club.
I have never heard it described that way, and I'm wildly intrigued. When did you start GMing, game mastering?
Like maybe 2-3 years ago. One of the campaigns I was in, actually Matthew, who's in the chat right now, he's like a forever DM. He's the guy who taught me what I know. And I said, hey, do you want a break? And he was like, yes. So I took over on that for like 2 campaigns.
What was the biggest challenge going to GMing from being a player?
The prep work. My first campaign, I prepped the crap out of it. And there's still a lot of like technical mechanic stuff that I'm still learning it. And then the second campaign, I just was like, you know what? I'm going to improv this. And I think we had more fun. I had more fun. I was less stressed. So that's kind of why I'm just like, okay, guys, we'll see what happens. Like I have an idea of where I need you guys to get to, but I don't know how we're getting there.
Yeah, no, that's that's very fun. It's very fun to play with you, I will say.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Did I hear, by the way, that you are now officially a published author?
I am. Book 3 came out yesterday.
Tell us about that. Wait, book 3? This is not your first book.
Nope.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so my first book in the series, which was called Heir of Amber and Fire, was actually based off the character I was supposed to play in the defunct D&D campaign. So she was the lead character in that, Princess Jenica, was who I was supposed to play in the podcast that never happened. And then I just kept writing, and it's set in a world called the Gifted Lands. There's 7 kingdoms. I love reading, but I don't have time to read a lot anymore. So I didn't want to write a series where it's like, no, you had to start with book 1. People can just kind of jump in wherever and get the idea of what's happening without having, but please read the whole series. So so this is focusing on the kingdom that nobody really likes, which is the military kingdom of Rothschan. It was fun to write. My editor and I had words. I think we went through a lot of rounds on this one, but I think it turned out okay. So we'll see.
Oh, that is so exciting. Oh my gosh. So your books, where are they available?
Amazon, Barnes & Noble, my website, Kobo, Google Play, pretty much everywhere.
And what would your website be?
It is roshni.net.
Oh, that's actually so simple. Oh, I love that. That's delightful. Oh my gosh, so charming. You actually remind me of, I wanted to ask, what's your favorite D&D character you've ever played?
Oh, I actually never played Jenica because of that campaign being gone. So right now in the campaign I'm currently playing with Matthew, actually, I'm playing what am I? Am I a gnome or a halfling? I'm short. But I'm an artificier. Is that how you say it? So I can make stuff. And so right now I created a Stegosaurus and I get to ride Steggy everywhere and I freaking love it.
Wow, that is delightful. Well, where do you hail from, Roshni?
Michigan. Detroit
Really?
area.
Michigan, but you're in LA now.
I am in LA, so I'm here.
How long have you been there?
Oh, here or here?
Yes.
Grew up here, been out here, oh my gosh, going on 13 years.
Look at, wow. That's impressive, especially in, one of the big cities. That's you've hardened and earned your stripes.
Appreciate it.
That is absolutely delightful. Well, I'm trying to think. What are? Oh, I should be checking the chat. Dash it all. All right. Who else had questions in the chat? There we go. What is on? Oh, Katie asks, what makes you say yes to a book or say absolutely not as a narrator?
Oh, wow. It's taken me some time to figure that out because I said yes to a lot of stuff in the beginning of my career that I'm like, ooh, I should have said no. So now what would get me, which I should have said no in the beginning, portrayal of women and portrayal of minorities. Yeah. Some of the early stuff I did, they were trying to be empowering. It was gross. And I didn't like the way they talked about Asians. And I'm just like, this is gross, like, you didn't consult someone, did you? You just kind of thought this was best. And
there's still a surprising amount of that in publishing. Yeah.
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 I mean, and even any acting, job, if I feel like, no, that's not a nice portrayal, it's fine. Another job will come along.
Yeah, it's hard when you're starting out. There's such a like, I will take anything. I will be anything. It's really hard to learn to say no. I think that's something every narrator has to go through at some point, and it's remarkably hard. So,
Um,
bravo to you for getting to that point, though. That's fantastic. Spencer asks,
Appreciate that.
how did you have to adjust your expectations when you switched to audiobooks?
Meaning,
I don't know. That's the question.
Spencer, voice of
Yeah.
God, talk in my ear.
tell
What do
us.
you mean? um,
From character work.
yeah. Character work is like a sprint, and audiobooks is definitely a marathon.
Yes.
And it's a stamina game, and it's a lot of juggling. Like it's easier to be like, this is one character versus like, this is 20 plus a narrator. You know what I mean? And
Yes.
so now I can switch easily. But in the beginning, it was like, who am I? What's going? And I'd have to like listen to my references and stuff like that. And I just couldn't switch as easily.
Yeah.
Now I can. But that was probably like the hardest thing for me in the beginning.
Okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. People often are like, "Oh, so you do audiobooks? Do you also do voiceover?" And it's like those are two very different things. Like some people can do both, but they are very different expectations. Oshkosh Josh asked, "What was your most intimidating role, and what were your struggles with it?"
Oh gosh, dubbing is hard. I've begun doing dubbing. I will say audiobooks has been nice because we know timing in audiobooks, which helps in dubbing. Yeah. But like when you're like, I have to be okay, so fun VO story. Everything I've done so far character work wise, with the exception of my first job, when I auditioned, I was auditioning for one character, and then I would get in and they're like, surprise, you're playing this other thing. And so I didn't know what I was doing. Oof. Like I had, because I didn't have a breakdown going in.
Yeah.
And sometimes it was like when I did HBO's On the Job, they were like, you're playing 20 characters today. I'm like, I am, and you don't have time to prepare. You don't see a script. And then it was in Tagalog, which is a very specific language. Ooh. So it's like 2 minutes of freezing, and all I have to say is, hi, I'm leaving, or something, and so you have to like figure out how to stretch it out, or like, and so that can be a challenge as far as like the timing and just getting it right with dubbing and hitting the nuances, and then being like, oh my gosh, now I have to think of like all these characters on the fly. But audiobooks has helped me with all that, the timing, the extra characters, and just that confidence of like going in and being like, sure, let's do it,
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's scary.
All right. Well, one last question for you, and then I will ask you the question that I will ask all of us today, both of which are from Matthew in the chat. Thanks, Matthew. So the one for you is favorite moment from any D&D campaign.
Oh, golly. Gosh. Wow. That's tough. I would say I love the fact that poor Sticky in this keeps getting charmed all over the place. He's like so susceptible to it. I don't know why, but it's just funny. And then when he gets charmed, he's like all in. He's like, I am so in on this. So I love that. I think that's hilarious.
That is hilarious. Well, let's wrap this up, and then I will ask you our group question. Where can people find you? What should they know about you? We already talked about your website, but go ahead and say it again. Social media, all that.
Yeah. You can find me online, roshni.net. I'm at Roshni Lamino, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and all that stuff. That's where you can find me.
Well, thank you for being our magical GM. And now, if we're bringing everybody back, what is your favorite baked good, Roshni?
Oh my gosh, chocolate chip cookies, hands down.
Really? Now, regular oatmeal, how complicated or simple?
Simple, straight and simple. A little chewy, not too not too crunchy, just kind of like in the middle there.
Love it. All right, let's go around. Rachel, favorite baked good?
Scones.
Ooh. All right. Are you a clotted cream and then jam, or a jam and then clotted cream?
Clotted cream, then jam.
Got it. I know that's very divisive.
Mhm.
Gaelish, favorite baked good?
That's really hard because I bake
I
a lot.
know!
My God, why are you doing this? Anyway,
I blame Matthew. It's not my question.
I'm gonna go with my fresh sourdough bread when it's straight out of the oven and it's still piping hot, and you cut it, and the crust is just like hard and crunchy, and the inside is like a cloud that is just smother it with butter. It is heaven.
I'm hungry
I miss
now.
gluten so badly. Oh,
So sorry.
Max, save us. What's your favorite baked good?
Oh,
You're not
man.
going to save us. I'm going to want this
No,
one too.
I'm not. I mean, there's a lot I could answer, but the truth is, when I was a kid, my mom baked these baguettes from out of the Julie Child's cookbook, and she did something to them where instead of the crust being like hard and crunchy, it was soft and springy and chewy.
That sounds
And
familiar.
I just went to heaven with those. So like, give me a good lemon bar, give me a good apple crumble, give me a good but I think there's a corner in my heart that will always belong to my, I called it chewing gum bread when I was a little kid. That will always belong to my mom's chewing gum bread.
That's your ratatouille moment.
It is.
That's darling. All right, Roshni, I hand the reins back to you.
I like that it's called chewing gum bread. Wait, Emily, you didn't answer the question.
That's because I do not have an answer. I don't even, there are so many baked goods. I just, to try to choose one is like choosing a favorite cat. I just, that's hard. I don't have children, so cat. The thing that just comes to top of mind is a toss up between, like you're saying, Sticky, a childhood bread. My grandmother used to make this, we called it round bread, but it's because it was made in a coffee can, and it's English muffin bread, and something you put butter on that, and it's just it's so good. But a close second is my other grandmother would make strawberry rhubarb pie that was out of this world. So,
Ooh,
grandmothers for the win.
sounds good. Man. Whew, and with that, now that we're all hungry, thank you again to Audiobook Empire for sponsoring our first season, and thank you to Spencer Dillahay, who's doing all this amazing tech stuff behind the scenes. Thank you so much. We couldn't have done this season without you. Like seriously, we couldn't have done it. All right, we are back. Players, get out of the chat, please. And if the chat has anything to add in, let me know. And where are we? So Chad is over in the animal pen, and Ginny and Seb are at Ginny's table. Correct? I think that's where we're at.
Yes.
Yep, and I'm under the table.
Ago. Oh, that's right. That's right. How long does your special effects last?
1 minute.
Okay, it'll fade soon, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right. So Ginny and Seb, even though they're rivals, also seem to be kind of friendly with each other, and they're chit-chatting. She's like, yes, feel free to sample. It's fine on the house, and he's like, trying. What should he try? What would you guys recommend?
The lemon cake was good.
Oh yeah, Jenny's lemon cake is to die for.
Truly.
Oh, all right.
She's gifted.
I can tell if her baked goods are as lovely as she is, then I'm sure they're wonderful. And she blushes at that, and he's trying the lemon cake, and he's like, this is fantastic. And even though he's saying that, it's really all directed at Ginny. Come on, this is amazing, and she's just like, oh, thank you so much, you know. What else is going on at the table for you guys?
I'm trying to ignore this man, recognizing him, and instead focusing on customers and selling. That's what I'm doing.
Oh yeah, we should see. Ginny says, "Oh, let me introduce you to the lovely team that's been helping me out. They're great bakers. You would love them. This is Sticky. He's the one manning the booth right now. Sticky. This is Seb.
Pleasure to meet you.
This is Gaelish. She's amazing at organizing. You should see the place. Yuza, where's Yuza?
She'll be
Yuza?
back.
Okay. Yuza's very sweet. She's a very nice person. And this is Lazuli. Lazuli, meet Seb. He owns the bakery. Just
Hello,
down the way
focused
from
on
me.
selling.
And Seb looks at you. You look familiar.
Oh,
Oh, have we? Well, we met the other day.
did we?
Oh, yes. I believe you and your friend ran into my car at the library.
A truly grievous accident.
Yes, and I believe you had some choice words for me.
As you can see, we are very loyal to our dear friend, Ginny. And you can now see why.
And Ginny goes, "What is this about an accident? You didn't tell me."
No,
Did
dear,
you-
we didn't want to concern you.
Oh, okay. It seems like there's a lot of things that happen that are concerning that you don't want to concern me about.
We care about your feelings, and this is a very stressful time for you. And then I turn to, Lazuli turns to Sebfo and says, We've been very concerned about Ginny being treated well. So, yes, we've been very careful of her feelings because she's such a dear girl. Wouldn't you take good care of this girl's feelings?
Well, of course, she seems to be quite the treasure. What do you mean her feelings haven't been taken care of?
Oh, that's not mine to say, only that I care.
Well, that's very sweet. You have he says to Ginny, you have a very sweet team of people working for you. They seem to really care about you a lot. And she says, I know, I've only known them for a few days, but oh my goodness, it's like a new family.
Yes, we love you dearly, girl.
So how else have things been? I can tell the cat's going to jump up here any minute. Hi, cat. All right. Thank you. Oh, my word, kitten. How else have things been going over here? Anything I should know about?
No, just focusing on sales, dear, doing our job. Happy to say people love your baking.
Oh, yes. And she pulls out her phone and she's like, this thing has been pinging nonstop all morning. We've been getting a lot of votes. I'm so excited.
Well, that's wonderful.
Thank you. Well, I think that if you need me here, I can stay and help you guys out with the bake sale, or if not, Seb and I were going to take a walk around the park.
Oh, you should take a walk.
Things are going fine here.
We've got this.
Oh.
It's a
okay.
beautiful day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you. That's so sweet of you guys to take care of it all for me. And she and Seb walk away, chit-chatting again. Just at that moment, as Chad comes storming back up, and he says, I thought my girlfriend was over where all the stinky animals are, but she must have left.
I guess so.
Yuza will pop
Well-
up from under the table and go, didn't you guys have a fight?
Has it been? I feel like it's been over a minute, unless you cast
would
that
think
spell
so.
again. Yeah,
I mean, it's a cantrip. I could just keep it going now.
you could. It's your call. Did you want to?
Sure, it's Chad we're talking to. I just didn't want to hear Ginny.
Oh man! So we'll retcon it and say that you cast it again before you popped up.
Yeah,
so
once I heard
when-
his voice.
Yeah. So when you pop up and he's like, "Oh my, what? You freaking demon child under your what?
Choose your words carefully, sir.
I'd like to take advantage of his being distracted by this to slip behind him, and with my dagger just deftly slice through his belt. Maybe weaken the hemline around his trousers.
Hmm.
Oh my
Yes.
word.
And while he's
could-
doing that, so that I keep Chad's attention, I'll say, "Oh, you want a demon," and then I'll just start talking in Abyssal because I know it as one of my languages.
Oh my word. Could you what would that be like? I guess stealth or sleight of hand, yeah.
Either one. With advantage.
Go
for
ahead
the
and
distraction?
yeah.
Okay.
Get it, Sticky.
Well, I'm glad I have advantage. 17.
That'll
Yes. So he does not see you as you go around and so you're not trying to steal anything, you're just trying to get his pants to fall.
Yes.
Okay, just checking. So yeah, so I mean he's very trim. He's a very fit guy. So the belt won't really do anything because it's just there for fashion. So you go for the actual like the back of his pants or something.
Weaken the fabric there as well, yes.
And
Perhaps
actually we're gonna
perhaps when he walks it might,
well, we're gonna say that you don't you don't quite get the top part, you get the seat of his trousers.
Excellent.
Yes. All right. Anything else you want to do while you are behind?
Well, there's a large crowd. I don't want to push my luck. I don't want to bring bad repute upon Jenny's business. So I think opening up the back of his trousers is plenty for now.
Okay. All right, Gaelish, is there anything you're doing?
Right now, I think Gaelish is just watching. They have a plan, but they're not sure if they're gonna do it yet. So
Oh, I'm so curious what it is.
it's not that exciting.
Oh, okay. Okay,
But
fair
I want to
enough.
see how things play out.
Okay. And Yuza's still freaking him out, holding his attention. And what is Lazuli doing?
Lazuli's hand has crept to her hand axe, but she is watching.
Okay.
With a one eye also towards Ginny and Sebfo walking. And she's very happy for it.
Now they're away from the crowds, so they're
Yes.
easily seen at this point because they're away from like where all the throngs of people are. Yuza, anything in particular you want to do while you have Chad's attention?
No, I'll just keep his attention. I will do the equivalent of reciting Shakespeare in Abyssal to him at high levels and low volumes. Just go back
wanna
and
hear
forth.
this.
How long can... I don't know.
Can you
sound?
go ahead and make it up? Why not?
At high length.
I love it. I love it.
Wow.
I was
Wait,
a
so
language
you're-
major. Totally where I'm using it now.
Has no one used their inspiration point, or can I give two in one session?
You can give one to anyone at any time.
I think anyone
I
can
thought it was
hold
like
zero.
one per session. Okay, so yes, Rachel totally gets one because I love it.
Can Gaelish kind of use minor illusion, since the Ginny illusion is gone, to like accent what Yuza is doing with like flashes of like fire and claps of lightning around her head and stuff, and just make her look just extra evil?
While that's happening, Lazuli is being sure to grab the other patrons' attention elsewhere so they don't see it.
Well, I was going to say a display like that is drawing a crowd, and you guys are also still technically in your Ren Fair outfits. I mean, you haven't
Oh,
changed or
that's
anything.
true.
So people are coming around and they're like, whoa, this is cool. Like a bake sale and a show. Like, oh my gosh. Like they don't know quite what's going on, but they think it's really cool. It's kind of looking like a smaller version of, I don't know if you heard about the dragon catching fire in Disneyland the other day, but it's a smaller version of that. Yeah. Look it up, Chad, if you haven't seen it. It's interesting. So it's like Mickey versus the dragon on a smaller scale. So yes, pyrotechnics and what else is happening? Fireworks. Are you amplifying the sound? Can you do that with your?
I think I can.
Spell?
Let me check. Oh, where'd it go? There it is. I can create a sound. So maybe we'll. Oh wait. Oh yeah, I can create a sound. I can I don't know, add wind and thunder sounds and stuff like that. Let's do with that.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's a full-on show. I mean, it's kind of making. It's like if someone had speakers in the park, which you suddenly start hearing like the noise louder and echoing all around. I mean, it's like if Lord Uber opened the sky and spoke to you, it's that loud kind of thing. And the light show and the pyrotechnics and all the crowd. I mean, it is kind of like you are like having a Lord Uber worship fest because everyone's just like in awe, and it just seems larger than life. This little crazy demon child looks like she's casting a spell or something on Chad in Shakespeare, demonic Shakespeare,
Lazuli is enthusiastically reminding everyone to vote for Jenny's Bakery.
Oh, always be selling. I like it. And people
never lose
people
an opportunity.
People are voting because they're thinking this is part of what you have on offer. They're like, this is really cool. Like we didn't know that it was like, breakfast and a show kind of thing. As Yuza wraps up whatever it is she's saying to Chad, the crowd claps. They're just like, oh my gosh, wow, cool. Are you guys gonna do another show soon? This was amazing. And you can hear them talking about like the production values are amazing. Oh my gosh, did you see? Like, I don't even know what she was saying, but it sounded so cool. Like everyone's like,
Lazuli can be heard whispering among the crowd. I don't know if we hit our target number in sales. We might.
Yuza will suddenly realize there's way more people looking at her than she anticipated and duck back under the table.
Gaelish will take a bow.
And everyone claps harder because they assume that's like, like a puppeteer or something. Like you're it's going down. They just think it's part of the show, honestly. Yeah. They just amazing. And you hear somebody ask, like, when is the next show? Do you guys have a show like every hour or something?
Stick around and find out.
Oh, yay. And more and more baked goods are being purchased. And Chad's looking around at this and he's like, this is so lame. Like, I can't even, why'd you bring a whole crowd just to yell at me? Like, he's very annoyed at all of this. Like,
good.
I just want to know where my girlfriend is. I don't know why you guys won't tell me.
She's not your girlfriend.
Well, she will be once I talk to her. Like, she can never resist me.
I mean, you said yourself that she probably left, so maybe you should go find her outside of here.
Maybe I will, and he turns around to like push his way through the crowd. Sticky, are you still behind him?
No, I when he discovers the damage done to his pants, I don't want to be near it.
What was your roll again? 17, yeah?
17.
Yeah, 17. Yeah. And as he turns and starts to march through the crowd, the movement kind of makes things loosen up a bit. And you hear a big rip. And the bottom of his pants splits in two, and
Oh,
everybody
that's
can
embarrassing.
see. Yes, everybody can see his, we'll say, bright neon green under things. I don't know. They're just bright neon green with hearts, okay? And everyone just starts laughing or snickering or pointing.
Excellent.
I feel like our group does not do anything because the point is made.
And he's like, why is everybody? And he sees and he's like, oh my goodness, I guess I'll just have to go home and change, and I'll be back, you guys. I'll definitely be back. And so he stalks off towards the parking lot, the hole in his pants getting bigger and bigger as he walks. But he's away from Ginny and Seb. They're on the other side of the park.
Excellent.
Perfect.
And at
Can we
this
see?
point, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to ask, can we see how they're doing? What are they up to?
They are taking a leisurely stroll around the park, for all the world like it doesn't matter that their two businesses are duking it out.
Good.
Mm.
I love this.
And you do hear some people at your booth saying, yeah, we tried the baked goods over at Sebfo. They're usually amazing, but like, I think I broke a tooth or something. Ugh,
Oh, no.
That really? That's
Yeah.
surprising. That is a shocking
Yeah.
lack of quality control.
You should
They were a little
report them.
crunchy. Yeah. And I feel like there wasn't enough flour. They were saying, right? Is that what we did last session, Yuza? Or was it?
there was
Galish? Was it?
I put a illusion of a cockroach
Okay.
in their flour. Yeah.
Cool. I was trying to remember. I'm like, I know one magic person did it. I couldn't remember who. But yeah, they were saying they didn't have enough flour. They had to toss out some. So like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. The quality really went down. You can kind of hear those murmurings happening.
When I think a true baker, when called upon, they know they're going to feed a lot of people. When they're called upon to rise to that challenge, a true baker rises. And clearly, Sebfo did not. Like a fallen souffle. Tell
That
your
was
friends.
that was really wise. Yeah, we will. Yeah. Not about the souffle part, but about these baked goods.
No, but yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Make sure everyone knows the quality of Ginny's Bakery.
Yeah, we will. And at that point, Ginny and Seb come walking back, and Ginny says, "I saw a lot of fireworks over here. What was all that?"
Just a little extra something that we were doing for your thing.
Oh.
Just something special.
Just a
We
little
were just-
extra something, dear. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You guys are, whatever it was, it seems to be popular. This app, it's like the voting just like tripled within
Oh, dear,
20
no,
minutes.
it's your baking that's popular.
Oh, thank you. And you can see Seb saying, I don't know, my bakery doesn't seem to be doing as well as yours, but you know what? For some reason, I kind of don't care. He's saying this to Jenny, really. You guys can hear it, but now, as you guys are all talking, and Ginny and Seb are just hanging out there, we'll say maybe 10 minutes, 15 minutes go by, and you hear the sound of a car in the parking lot, squealing tires, loud music. It's the Franklin again. And out comes Chad again, groupies trailing behind him, beautiful smile, new pants, stalking towards your area. Ginny and Seb haven't seen him yet. There's a lot of crowd still.
I say nothing.
Yum.
Very eager to see this play out naturally. We've set the kindling. Let the match be struck.
So none of you are going to do anything?
Nope.
No, I'm willing to let Chad fall on his face here. I was considering tripping him so that he would fall on his face literally, but I think letting him face plant figuratively is going to be more satisfying.
I think what Gaelish will do is prepare for something to happen. So they're gonna, like, go over to the animal petting zoo. What types of animals are over there? Can I ask? I think we went over it last time we were here, but I don't remember.
It's all right. I know it was a while ago. We had a couple horses. I feel like we had some goats, a llama. There was like horse trough, right? Is that how you say it? There were a couple like full water troughs, some hay, definitely some poop.
And horrible, horrible children.
Oh yes, there were children. Although I don't think the children are there today. That'd be scary that the kids are a permanent fixture there. They don't go home.
I think
It's got real
Gaelish
dark.
is going to position themselves over there so that if it comes to it, they can try and make friends with the animals and get them to help out. But
Okay.
they'll hold that to see what happens.
Okay, so
Lazuli
Gaelish is in
very
nothing.
casually pulls her sword just out.
Yuza will come out from under the table when she hears the Franklin music.
Are
with a
you still
butthole.
are you still enchanted or no?
No.
Okay, fair enough. Lazuli,
Yes.
we just need like a general luck thing. I'm trying to think of just roll me something. The something roll. The regular D20 something roll.
Roll. Unbelievable.
Oh, no.
Oh,
That is a critical fail. That is.
I mean, people are
one.
wondering why you're drawing a weapon in the middle of a public park again.
Can I start cleaning it?
You can do whatever you want, but I'm just saying, like it's kind of freaking out the customers.
Use it to slice some cake. Put them at ease.
All right. Do we have a cake, Sticky? Bring it out.
Oh, hey,
Lemon cake.
And Lazuli extravagantly, ceremoniously slices the cake with her sword, feeling very guilty for her sword and offering up an apology to Grange, wherever he may be, for the desecration of this beautiful sword, but things must be done.
Oh my word. It's not really acrobatics, but it is dexterity. I mean, I seriously want you to do a slice roll. How well can you slice a cake with a sword?
All right, here's dexterity.
The slice roll.
It's a 13.
It's a decent cake slice. I mean, it's not going to win awards for presentation, you know, and you might be doing a little bit too big and a little bit too small here and
It's
there.
rustic,
So,
dear. It's rustic.
but yeah, you know, and as you're slicing it up and people are kind of like, you're like, we left the knives at home.
Yes. We thought this was more fun anyway. Who wants cake?
And as you say that, Sub's like, you know, that was great cake. I wouldn't mind taking a slice again. And you know what, here, what was the going, Sticky, what was the going rate on your cake slices?
12.
Or Lazuli can tell you, since Sticky's like, I don't know.
Lazuli was whispering in Sticky's ear. 12.
12.
12. Okay. $12 per slice. Well, you know what? Here's a 50. Go ahead, Lazuli. I'll take one of those. You
What
know,
a good man.
he's
I love
eating,
how he's supporting.
he's eating one of the cake slices just as Chad comes stalking up to the table.
Perfect.
Excellent. Now
And
that Chad is near the table, I would like to surreptitiously duck under the table so that I am out of his line of sight, and then tie his shoelaces together.
Sure. Stealth and sleight of hand.
All right.
I feel like the table has been the best thing invented for you guys today.
Well, we certainly paid for it, so.
That is 15 on stealth
Okay.
and a 24 sleight of hand.
Oh yeah, you
Words are
you
not.
get up behind, or I guess you're not getting up behind him, but you definitely get out of his line of sight, and he's also kind of enraged, so he's not really paying attention. And you're busy tying his shoelaces as he starts yelling, and he's like, "I know you guys did that, and that's why I had to leave. I know you guys made me look like a fool, and you did that whole stupid show. You have everybody fooled, but not me. I'm going to talk to my girlfriend about this, and she's going to fire all your word I can't say because I don't feel like bleeping it out, but she's going to fire all of you guys."
Girlfriend.
Yes, I do. I mean, I will when we talk. She
Oh,
can
you
never
will,
resist me.
you will, you don't.
I will too. I don't even know why I'm
No.
arguing with you like a little kid. Yes, I will.
Because you're a little kid.
Ugh. Ah!
I'm going to. Now, I don't know how this is done exactly, but I do remember from our pedestrian encounters that people can use these black rectangles to record things. I would like Chad's failure to be recorded for all posterity, so I'll hold up the little black rectangle as if I'm recording it in an effort to try to inspire others to do the same.
Oh man. Are you still on the ground? Where
No,
are you now?
I rolled out from under the table and have stood up on our side of it.
Okay. Roll persuasion.
17.
Yes. In this day and age, we love recording things. People see you taking out your phone and kind of holding it at them, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, that's a good idea. Maybe there's going to be another show. This is interesting. What these Ren Fair folk are doing, you know." So they're also recording as well. Anything else you guys want to do while he is having this little like kind of thing with Yuza?
Oh no, Lazuli just keeps slicing and selling cake.
Okay. Oh, and Galish is over at the pen. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Chad finishes having his little kid spat with Yuza. And he sees Ginny with Seb. And he turns to her and he's like, "Ginny, I came to talk. And what are you doing with that guy?" And Ginny's like, "Oh, I didn't expect to see you here. We broke up. You broke up with me the other day." And he's just like, "You know what, babe? Like, just whatever, forget about it. You know how I get in the heat of the moment. Like, just forget all this like stupid bakery stuff. Like, it's fine. Like, come on, you know." Seb's eating his cake, like watching this all go down. And Ginny says, "You know what? No, I don't want to go with you. My new friends have helped me see that I don't need somebody like you in my life," which really pisses Chad off. You can practically see the steam coming out of his head.
Told you so.
Good.
You be
proud
quiet
of you,
there, demon
Ginny.
child. You be quiet there, demon child, and you slice cake with... Why do you even have a weapon? That's so weird. Oh,
It's part of the Ren show.
I don't even know why she's hanging out with weirdos like you. She knows that this bakery, she was going to sell it off. Who cares if it's been in her family for generations? She was going to sell it off and be done with it. I don't know why she's trying to save it. This is ridiculous.
Have you?
Why don't you ask her?
And what was Sticky going to say too?
The exact same thing.
Oh,
Sorry.
in surround sound. In surround sound, she hears both of you say, "Why don't you ask her?" And Ginny says, because I realized it meant more to me to have this in the family. And I don't need to rely on you, Chad. You've been kind of holding me back and keeping me down and telling me that I can't do this, but I can. Look at this. And she holds out her phone, and like the votes are just coming in, like, look at how many people supported my business today. And even this gentleman here, and she points to Seb, he thinks that my baking is fabulous. In fact, we were talking about maybe partnering. He thinks that my baking is amazing, and he's willing to invest in me. I just love you guys' reactions. I just wanted to pause on that real quick. Which pisses Chad off even more, because he just goes on and on about how Ginny was supposed to be selling this off, and she was just gonna, marry him, and he was gonna take care of her and basically have like a trophy wife and whatever. She was just gonna like cook and clean and be fine being his plaything or whatever. And as he turns to confront Seb, he wants to grab that cake out of his hand. He trips, thanks to Sticky, and falls to the ground. Unfortunately, his pants don't rip, but now he's very, very, very upset. Anything you guys want to do while he's...
Oh no, I will let him sink his own ship.
He's doing all the work we need him to do.
And people are still recording this. They are absolutely eating it up. They think that you guys have created some sort of like show for them or whatever. Again, and Seb just very calmly finishes his cake and puts the plate down on the table. And he's a nice guy, actually. And he's just like, hey, man, do you need some help? And he reaches out his hand to help Chad up. And, well, first of all, Chad's going to undo his shoes. So, and he stands up and he takes a swing at Seb.
Oh!
No!
No!
I do want to put you guys in initiative, but I'm also trying to draw this out until next session. So it is a very long, drawn out lead up to battle. Just FYI.
Could Gaelish pick a llama that looks a little bit forlorn, maybe a little lonely, maybe a little hungry, and
So
go up
specific.
to it with the stash of apple fritters that Gaelish happened to swipe on the way over, and start like making friends with this llama, and maybe cast Speak with Animals and see if they can make friends with it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll assume you were doing this while this was all going down, since
Yes.
you're already over there. Emmy says, I thought those knots were tighter. Sorry, Emmy. Let's see here. And Spencer wants you to pants him. I think that's just Sticky. Is that a cantrip? Or
It is a first level spell. I think when I press the button to press it, I mean to make happen. I don't know. Cast. Can I click cast?
I think you
while
want to
Gaelish
click
is
the
doing
hair.
that.
I think I just did it.
Oh, okay.
I think.
I was,
Oh no, I have to press it again. I think. No.
No, it says they
Well,
have to do a save int 12.
Oh, okay, okay.
okay.
I know how to play this game.
Wait,
really?
the animal has to do a
Yeah.
saving intelligence though? Failed. That was a
Okay.
fail. Yeah. Sticky, what were you gonna say? Didn't mean to interrupt you there.
I don't want to interrupt. I'm gonna try to not let that punch land. I have an idea, but I don't want to interrupt the animal thing.
Okay. So, I mean, this is technically, we're kind of going back in time a little bit. While this altercation is happening with Chad. This is what Gaelish is doing over at the pen. So we'll come back to Sticky's idea in a minute. I don't know why I'm doing all this stuff. I'm voguing over here. So Gaelish, yes, the animal failed its saving throws. So what is happening with your llama? It's a llama, right?
Does failing it mean I get to talk to it and influence it, or does it mean I can't understand it? Like, what does that mean?
Good
I think
question.
it means we're friends now.
Okay, we're friends now. Okay. So, if it means we're friends now, then Gaelish is going to start explaining to it what's going on and be like, okay, so this dude, the one with like shiny teeth and the really clean pants, he's like not a good dude. He's like causing a lot of trouble for us. And then, you know, the lady over there and the tall, dark, and handsome guy, like they want to be like friends, like really friends. And the guy with the shiny teeth, he wants to make them not friends because he wants her to be his friend. And so we need your help. We need you. You're a llama, right? Do you spit or anything? Like you want to go and spit on him and get him to go away? And that would be really, really helpful because there's something here called police, and they're kind of looking for us, and we kind of don't need to be getting into any more trouble. But you're a animal, and people here don't seem to talk to you that much. So can you go and help him? And they just go on like that.
So I don't know how a llama would sound, but I will assume in llama speak, it's just like, why can't we all be friends? But
I don't know.
That's
I understand.
That
If
is the
friend
attitude
shaped,
a petting zoo
if
llama
not,
would have.
what?
Yeah.
what was that?
No, I was just saying that tracks for a petting zoo llama. It's like, yeah, everybody's a friend.
Why can't we all be? If friends shaped, why are we not all friends? It's a very sweet animal. It will not necessarily go over there on its own accord. You would probably have to guide it there.
I will help you.
It heard your command, but it's gonna need. It just might run off and indiscriminately bite whatever. You know, it's not that smart. So
I will help.
Okay. Thank you, friend-shaped friend. So I'm assuming you're walking back over to the table, so it's following you.
Yes.
And then Sticky, what were you gonna do while Gaelish is making?
As that fist cocks back to punch, I did actually manage to catch an arrow yesterday, so I'm feeling somewhat full of myself. I'm going to try to catch that wrist as it sets back to swing. I'm going to try to catch that wrist.
Okay. La 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 la. Hold on. I want you to roll a athletics, maybe?
Acrobatics for the
yeah,
timing.
one of them. Sure.
Oh, only a 9.
Wait, did you roll again?
No, I only rolled once.
Oh, okay. I just heard 2 rolls in my head. I was like,
I've gotten a 9. I'll happily roll again, but
no. It's fine. It's fine. I know how much you guys like to inspire the GM. we'll let the 9 stand.
Oh, I could give him my inspiration.
If you want. You're cool.
Yeah, roll it again.
all right.
I don't want Sebio to get smacked.
5.
Oh man.
So having I presume caught that wrist.
Let's up the ante and make it a little more fun.
Excellent.
As he goes to swing, and I don't even know where you'd be in relation. There's still a little bit of cake left. Seb didn't quite finish the whole thing.
Yes.
And you grab the plate as you go, and you smack it.
Yes, and as
into.
This happens, I'm saying, I don't think you've tried this cake. Please have some, and then just face the cake right into him.
Yes. I mean, it is good cake, to be fair.
Delicious cake.
It's delicious cake. Yes.
And I'm sorry
he's
to have
got-
wasted a lot of it, but we did get paid 50. That's enough to cover a cake.
That's true. That would be about the size, the payment for a whole cake. So yes, I think you more than got your money's worth.
It's
So-
half a cake, but go on.
So Chad is now covered, like from here with. Was that the lemon? Do you want it to be lemon? What flavor would you like?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Okay, lemon. He is a sour lemon. He's got white and yellow all over him. In fact, it's pretty much his whole face except for that smile is not covered in cake. I love Leslie's reaction. Every time he smiles. I need that sound effect. I'm not doing any sounds in this game, but that one we should totally have. Ding every time.
Ding. For the podcast.
Say, oh yeah, ooh, that's a good idea. I should put that in. That's awesome. So yes. And he opens his eyes and you can just see the cake ringed around it, and he's very, very angry. You guys will go into initiative, but in the next session. So yes, and our next session isn't going to be until May 17. So we have a lot of time to think about our life choices.
I love all of our life choices so far, to be honest.
Oh, man. Think about your life choices for 3 weeks. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget to send us your favorite platitudes that you came up with to punchandroll@gmail.com and tell us which character you'd want to do that saying from the Lord Uber in the Book of Uber. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Click the bell for notifications. We are here, well, usually every other Wednesday, but we will be back May 17 for our next show, which is the final show. We might actually go long depending on what happens in this battle. Find us online on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, Punch and Roll. We will see you guys in May.